This film has gone through a few name changes, but "Love You, Bahut Saara" was ultimately the name that I had suggested to the producer because it's a catchphrase in the film where the central protagonist, whose name is Jagjeevan, and it's played by Vikram Gokhale, and the character of his wife is played by Revati. Both are veteran actors of Indian cinema, and they have this sort of cute way of expressing their love to each other where one says I love you and the other says I know I also love you bahut sara. So it just caught on. I felt like it would be an interesting name because love you very much is something we say very commonly, but love you bahut sara would be interesting. And the film, it's unique because it's possibly the first film out of Indian cinema that has the love story of such an aging couple. I mean, in the film, both are 80 plus. And the concept of dementia is also being explored as to what happens when somebody is suffering through dementia and how a couple is keeping their love story intact. Even with this, it's different when you're in your prime, in your 20s and 30s, in your 40s. But when you reach that stage, how do you keep the love story alive? So essentially, it revolves around their love story and some aspect of her life that is unfulfilled. And that's where I enter. I play a very poor Pahari Muslim boy who who has nothing for himself. He doesn't own anything. He doesn't has barely any money to eat food or provide for his nephew, who's the only family member he has. So essentially, it's about how this man enters the life of this aging couple and how the three of them pursue the missing element of her life. And in this process, we see a lot of drama, a lot of humor, some tragedy, a lot of poetry like you've never seen before in a Hindi film. The music is great. So for me, it's a wonderful character. Apart from the fact that it's just me along with two veterans and seniors, what an honor to work with them, and truly a beautiful film, a beautiful film. I met the producer and the director through another producer in the industry who is a dear friend of mine and had seen my work a lot. And they recommended me for this film. Now, when I went to meet the producer and director of this film, they liked my personality, but at the time they felt like there's two hindrances, Prashant. One is that you look a bit upscale, and our character is extremely poor. So they said that a your look is kind of upscale, doesn't work, and secondly, we've already cast an actor in the role, but we can't reveal his name. So, anyways, it didn't work out. It was a good meeting. 3 months later, I was sitting at home. I had just come back from the States, and I got a call 10 p.m. at night, and they said, "Prashant, where are you?" I said, "I'm in India." I know. They said, "Where are you right now?" I said, I'm home. Can you come to the office? I said, "It's 10 p.m. I'll come tomorrow morning." They said, "No, can you come now?" I said, "All right, I'll come now." And I'm a poet. I speak Hindi. I speak Urdu. Uh, so it just worked out. They gave me the role. They discussed the money. They gave me the script. And in 10 days, I was in Nainital. And by the time I reached the set, I had read the script 4 times. I had made my character brief. I had done every single thing possible, and they appreciated that. And till date, they love the fact that this guy gave us everything we could have possibly asked for this role. There's two kinds of preparation. One is the preparation of an actor, and one is the preparation of a character. The preparation of an actor is is a lifelong journey. So when I did this role, whatever age I was at the time, the preparation that goes into that role is my journey of life. Now, I've never been as poor, touchwood, as the character in the film, but I've had my lows. I've had my situations where I was stuck for money, or I was just sad and grieving life. The journey of life prepares you overall as an actor, and you go to that bank to pick up on those treasures of experiences to bring to life in the form of a role. The preparation of a character is very specific to a film. Now, in this case, there wasn't too much time, but frankly, it was there for me. I have to be honest. It, he he speaks beautiful Hindi and Urdu, which fortunately I do. Um, Preparation number one. Preparation number two. I don't care for my looks on camera. I only care about how convincing I am as the character. And the best way to prepare for something like this is to surrender completely and just understand the nuances of the language. So, my greatest asset in this film was my understanding of the language and my willingness to completely surrender. And that was it. I just had to understand the script and surrender to the director and prepare myself like a student is preparing for exam. And the nuances of the pauses, of the silences, of the reactions, that comes from A, life, and B, having been in the craft long enough and studied good films and good actors. Director was very new, production team was very new, but they did their job extremely well. Um, they are ethical when it comes to professional modalities. They treat their cast and crew extremely well. Very passionate about their script. They managed to make a film in a low budget. And the director himself is the writer of the film. And he is a tremendous, tremendous writer. Uh, we had a good cinematographer. And when you have a location like Nainital, half the job is done. I've also done my first playback in the film. I've sung a song in the film. So the team was fantastic to work with, very respectable crew. What an honor. I mean, Revati, apart from being an icon of Indian cinema, in Tamil, Malayalam, and, Telugu cinema, all South Indian languages, she's a veteran, she's a legend. And Vikramji, apart from being known for his famous roles in Agnipath and Hum Dil De Chuke Sanam and so many other Hindi films, he's iconic in Marathi cinema. So I thank my stars to have the opportunity to work with them. I'm very grateful to the South Asian International Film Festival. Very grateful to you for this interview. I'm grateful to Shilin, Asifa, Meghna, Arya, the entire team. Uh, what a beautiful film festival. I was there last year with a film of mine called A New Christmas, and second year in a row to have a film there. A very cozy, comfortable, well organized film festival that treats its filmmakers with so much love and respect, organizes its festival so beautiful. Unfortunately for COVID, it wasn't physical this year. Otherwise, I would have been in New York right now. Um, but I want audiences across the states to know that there are a few gems that only God knows when they will get to see on Netflix or Amazon or other platforms. But support these beautiful film festivals that are online and give them the due time. Watch these gems that nobody else, India itself has not seen this film yet. And London would have seen it in March because it was accepted to a film festival there, but the lockdown happened and travel stopped. Essentially, US audience will be the first audience to see this film. So please log on to safe.org, watch this film. You like it, vote for it. Excited about where things are going, and I hope to be in New York soon again.